There we go. Thank you, Craig. Do appreciate it. Okay, I'm ready to get rock and rolling if you are, Cletus.
Yep, ready to go.
Okay. So, as always, it's good to have you back on the show. God, when's the last time we talked? It was back on the podcast, probably give or take 2 or 3 months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was somewhere around then. It's for a cross-chain chat around, probably around a
Hmm.
month ago now, a month and a half, where that was like I think the third cross-chain chat that we had at CryptoLink.
Yeah.
So we were just kind of getting the ball rolling. You were one of the first guys to come on, so yeah, we're very happy to have you on.
Yeah, no, of course. And again, it's good to have you back on the OCA. Despite being a different project, it's great to have you back here. So, with that said, for everybody who doesn't know, these guys are from Printer Financial. Of course, they've rebranded to CryptoLink, which creates a more sort of inducive environment to what they're going for. And I'll let you explain that a little bit before we get into things, because I know a lot of people do know you from Printer Financial.
Yeah. So, CryptoLink was previously called Printer Financial. We just did a rebrand. But to take a step back and to talk a little bit about what we do, is that we're a community-oriented software project that provides cross-chain infrastructure to the entirety of the Web3 space. So we offer cross-chain solutions to other businesses, where that is cross-chain bridging of tokens, NFTs, VE NFTs, messages, and we're also building a cross-chain DEX. So this cross-chain DEX is going to be an any-to-any swap where users can swap tokens on one blockchain to another in one click. So we'll get a little bit more into that. We got a whole bunch of stuff, but that's kind of like grand summary of what we're doing. But yeah.
Yeah, it's funny enough. I was gonna get you to explain the name and then get you to give a brief introduction. But to be honest, that was a great brief introduction and a very good sort of transition into the whole change of the name. So with that said, I've heard a lot about this new Dex and this any to any swap, and I've heard it makes Rubik. I've heard it makes Rubik look like a McDonald's toy. So run us through this whole thought process and how this sort of came to fruition.
Yeah. So this really has been the one of the main goals for CryptoLink since its inception back in February of 2022. So that was when we first launched on our first chain. So we've been around for 8 months now, and our grand goal was to be able to transfer value from chain to chain and just overall bring the blockchains closer together. And we started off with our bridge, which is up on our website right now. It's been there for, like I said, around 8 months. And you can kind of think of the bridge that we have right now as more of a demo of the technology that the any to any is going to bring. So we've been thinking about it for a while. It's been in development for a long time. And really, the amazing thing about it is that it uses our underlying technology. So we've built out this cross-chain messaging layer that can transmit signals across blockchains instantly. So we can send any type of token or any type of really just data cross-chain, and it arrives at the speed of the blockchain itself. We actually had to slow down our code to be able to send messages cross chain. So when I say that cross chain bridging and Rubik is McDonald's, um, it's really the main value that we're going to be providing is the ease, the simplicity, but also the speed, where
Mm.
we would be that faster route where we don't route through these traditional liquidity pools that are slower. And there's also security risks with those too, where there's a bunch of hacks, exploits, and so on that happen with the traditional bridging method. So our bridging method is different. and it's instant. So that is how we distinguish ourselves is the speed and security.
So run me through how you're different, because again, everyone here knows Rubik. Like we've all used it. We all used it back in Sphere when they came out with it. So they
Mhm.
use and they go through liquidity pools, but you don't go through liquidity pools, or you go through ones of your own. Sort of run me
Yeah,
through that so people can
yeah.
understand the basic sort of structure of it.
So a lot of these traditional bridges or cross-chain aggregators, what they do is they route through traditional bridging infrastructure. And the problem with this traditional bridging infrastructure is there's a few problems with it. And I guess one is that it's slow. Um, it can
Yeah.
bridge across blockchains, and it could take, you might get lucky. It could take a minute, it could take 2 minutes. I've been stuck waiting for up to 8 hours, and I know that some people have been stuck waiting for days. There was actually one time when I was using a cross-chain aggregator where I never got my funds. I don't know how they routed me,
Ugh.
but it just never came through. And so that's a problem, and that's that delay where you just don't know if you're going to get your funds. They might not come across. We solve that with our cross-chain messaging layer. So we don't use traditional liquidity pools for our bridging, and that is on purpose, because traditional liquidity pools are exploitable, and as we've seen with all of these bridge hacks, where some of these
Mm,
bridge hacks are so strong that $100 million on Harmony, for example, it's enough to kill an entire chain, where hackers
mm,
will exploit these liquidity pools. It's just a bunch of money that's sitting there, where if the smart contract isn't written correctly, or if there's a social engineering attack per se, that liquidity can be drained. And so where we're different is that we don't use those traditional liquidity pool methods. We we use a burn and mint method where we send a signal across a chain to tell, from the source chain to the destination chain, to say, okay, well, let's mint, let's burn it on the source chain and then mint that token on the destination chain. And so that act of burning and minting does not use the standard liquidity pools. Now, we do use liquidity pools for swapping. So to, I guess, break it down, if you were to go from, let's say, the Phantom blockchain to the Polygon blockchain with what we currently have right now, you would swap from Phantom to paper, bridge from paper to paper, or paper on the Phantom blockchain to paper on the Polygon blockchain, and then swap again from the paper on the Polygon blockchain to Matic. So there's a couple swaps
mm.
that would need to take place, but that's how we're currently doing it, and that's kind of what's going to be happening underneath the hood of what we're building out. So we do still have that bridging, that swap liquidity, but we don't need extra liquidity for bridging. Traditional bridges would require double the amount of liquidity pools, and you need a liquidity pool on each side of that paper bridging transaction.
Yeah.
So we completely forego those liquidity pools.
Okay. Yeah, that this is definitely something we haven't seen before. So I'm excited to see what this sort of entails. And with that, I mean, do you have any estimate for revenue numbers that you think you can generate from this?
Yeah. So what we've been doing for market research is we've been looking at other dexes and other bridges, and kind of see what they're bringing to the table. Now, for example, we think that the the ongoing, what our what we're shooting for, I guess, first, for a first goal is, and this might sound a little bit lofty at first, but to be approximately the size of a Firebird Finance, for example. where they're transacting around 2.5 million per day in 24-hour volume. But they are, for example, and I'm just using them as a name. They
Mm.
are a DEX aggregator on multiple chains, but they're only a DEX aggregator, and they don't do any cross chain type stuff. So you can't route from like I said, Phantom to Polygon in one click. They have no cross chain capability. So we kind of see them as something that we can do. Our technology, once the DEX is launched, we're going to have. We can get into some of the features in a second. But once our technology is launched, we'd be able to do every single thing that they're doing and more, which is that cross chain aspect from chain to chain. So in terms of revenue, really the sky is the limit for the amount of swaps that we get on the DEX itself. But in terms of 24-hour
Okay.
volume, yeah. So I mean, 2.5
Yeah.
million per 24 hours is kind of what we're shooting for in the midterm.
And what sort of fees do you guys have? Because of course that'll give you a pretty decent revenue number. So are you, 0.5%, 1%, 0.75?
Yeah. So the way that we're doing it is that for every swap that is intra-chain, so if you're making an intra-chain swap with us, that's going to be standard that you'd see in any liquidity pool. So that's just the
Yeah.
standard 0.3% for all intra-chain swaps. Now, our cross-chain swap is a 0.5% with a 25-cent minimum fee. So we're trying to keep it as cheap as possible. You know that places like multi-chain or any swap, for example, they they charge an arm and a leg for bridging, and they require a
Mm.
minimum fee that can be up to. I mean, if you're bridging on ETH, it could be up to like $20 for bridging.
Yeah.
So we're trying our best to keep costs low, to keep it as accessible as possible for the average DeFi user, someone who doesn't have tens of thousands of dollars to spend on a bridging transaction.
Yeah. Well, cool. Quick math tells you that's on 2.5 million. Let's say it's just an average of 0.5. That's 12 and a half grand a day, which every day, and with room for that to grow, and with you thinking those are conservative numbers, that's a hell of a revenue source. That's a hell of a revenue source, especially for a starting point. So, no, man, it's cool. It's cool. But in saying that, I know you've got some features you want to tell me about. So,
Yeah. So I guess before the DEX is launched, something that we're launching and we're very excited about this is our NFT series. And this NFT series is called the Cross Chain Cosmonauts NFT series. And what these NFTs will do, they're going to provide discounts for the DEX. And these discounts are going to be stackable. So the more NFTs that you have, you can stack up to 100% off the DEX fees forever. Now, also, these NFTs are going to be providing a couple other utilities where they're going to provide a membership to the Cardinal Crew for the second and the third tiers of the NFTs, while
mm,
also providing discounts for our TBAS clients or trustless bridging as a service. So anyone who comes with us and wants to bring their token cross chain and they have one of these NFTs, they can apply the NFT to get discounts on the services that we provide.
okay. What are the cost of the NFTs?
Yeah,
What's that structure looking like?
so the cost of the NFTs, they're going to be $200 and the random mint. There's three different tiers of them, where the first tier is 80 mints. The second tier is 18 mints, and the third and most the rarest tier is 2 mints. So they're a pretty exclusive NFT batch. We're not going to be minting. We're going to keep these very, very exclusive. So as we go to new chains, we might mint some for different chains, but it's in our best interest to keep it exclusive, and we want to give back to our longtime holders by giving them this possibility of a 100% discount off of the fees.
Yeah, of course. Benefit the people who have been around the longest.
Absolutely. And what we're going to be doing is applying like all the funds that we receive. We're going to be allocating a lot of those to deepening our liquidity pools. So we want to deepen our liquidity. So the more liquidity that we have, the larger swaps that we can be able to go through our pools without seeing a significant price impact. So really, I mean, the deeper the pools, the better, because when you're bridging, for example, and you're swapping, if there was an infinite liquidity pool, there wouldn't be any price impact. But if you're swapping, let's say, into a very shallow liquidity pool, you're going to get some price impact. So what this NFT launch is going to provide us to do is to deepen our liquidity pools some more, so that we can be able to provide for larger and larger swaps on our platform.
How much are you looking to raise from the NFT sale?
Yeah, so we're looking to raise 180K from this NFT sale. There's 100 NFTs per chain, and there's 9 chains, and they're going for $200 each.
Perfect. When is that meant? Because I remember you mentioning that's rather soon, isn't it?
Yep, it's coming right up. It's coming up on November 6th. So we are
2 days away.
Yes, yeah, it's on Sunday. We have a couple promotional videos that I would love to share with everybody. I wish I could share them on screen, like on stage, but
Can you share your screen on here?
you know
Can
what?
you?
You can't share your screen on an AMA stage. It's the craziest thing.
Oh, that's tough.
But
Put
let
him
me
in
go and
chat.
send
Put him in
them
chat.
in the chat. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Here, let
yeah.
me go and grab them.
I'm expecting a
Yeah.
cinematic masterpiece, Cletus.
Yes. We can thank Wally for this one. He's our media VP and media lead. So let me send these in general. Oh, it looks like Wally already got them up there.
Oh, Wally,
Yeah.
my
So
man.
yeah, check those out. Both of those. These NFTs, they're going to be bridgeable. So you're playing it, yeah?
Oh, mine's playing. Yeah, mine's playing. It's coming through my AMA audio, I think. Oh shit! This is cool, man. Wow, Wally, you have done a good job. My gosh. I feel inspired watching that. I'll be honest. That first one you put, Wally, man, I feel inspired. Like when the music hits the, what's it say? Cross chain capabilities up to 80% off fees. Explore the chains. Like how the beat drops every time you change one. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. It's
Can I share my screen?
choosing the best sound for the best music for the promo is an art that I think that
Oh
he has
yeah.
mastered, or he's come pretty close to
Oh yeah.
mastering it at least.
Keys, I don't think I can share my screen. I hate to say it. I'm trying, but I see no button for it.
Yeah, no, it
I
doesn't
think
allow you to on AMA stages. But
yeah.
it's all right. Everyone in in the audience right now, they can go and check it out in general. So both of those are posted in general. So I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
to give a recap to go over it again, these NFTs, they're going to give discounts to the cross-chain DEX. They're going to give discounts to TBAS clients. They're going to be stackable, so you can stack up to 100% off the DEX fees. They're going to be lendable, where let's say if you were to have a few of these, or even 5 or 10, if you really wanted to stack up and they sell out, you can rent these back to everybody else in the future and set the amount of time that you're going to be renting these for passive income. Now these NFTs are also going to give you a ticket into something that we're calling the cross-chain wars. And what this is basically a competition, really an ongoing competition between the chains and between individuals who own these NFTs, where we're going to be providing airdrop rewards for users who transact the most amounts of volume, or that show up to certain amounts of AMAs. We're going to have like a an NFT verification type system in our Discord, or for promotions. If someone decides to retweet certain amount of things, that they could then submit that, and it can go towards points. Um, Really, there's endless amounts of ways that we can gamify this and then provide additional rewards to our NFT holders. And I guess the first reward that we're going to be offering to them through cross chain wars is the first person who mints out our highest tier, which is it's called interdimensional explorer. The first person who mints
Mhm.
that out is going to be receiving airdropped a Cardinal House Node Runner NFT. So I know that those sold out pretty fast, and those are in high demand right now. And so we'll be airdropping one to our first interdimensional explorer that comes out.
Yeah. Well, you know the common saying, competition breeds greatness. So the cross
Hmm.
chain wars, I mean, it sets you up for success. It sets you up for the challenge. So yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be really really good. And again, it's good to have competition within the space because it helps sort of everybody win. Well, provided you're the one provided you're the one winning.
Well,
But
it's
in terms
friendly
of
competition
even
too.
users, yeah.
Hmm.
But even in
It's
terms of
friendly
users,
competition
I
too.
mean, cheaper for everyone, and the friendly competition helps other people work harder, helps you push other people. So really, like all around, it's a good thing. Which is why the curve wars. I remember Sphere doing all that. It created a really healthy competition.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else? Any other cool features? So I know you've got the Dex, NFTs.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So the NFTs are going to be that's kind of laying the groundwork for what we have to come for the DEX. And the DEX is going to be launching on it's going to be sometime in Q4. We haven't announced a release date just yet, but the DEX itself is going to be a it's going to utilize our cross-chain messaging technology for an any-to-any swap. And like I was saying before, this is going to allow users to swap on from any chain that CryptoLink is on to any other chain that CryptoLink is on. Where this is all going to happen in one click, and when you have these NFTs applied to the DEX, then you're of course going to get these DEX discounts. To speak a little bit more
yeah, yeah, yeah.
about how it will work, just from a transactional point of view of what it's going to look like for the user, is that when it's going to be the DEX itself is an adapted version of Balancer V2, and we could have chosen any DEX really. It really doesn't matter what that DEX is, but we decided Balancer V2 because there's a lot of customizations that we can incorporate into that Balancer model. Like for example, they have this thing called an Omnipool, and Omnipools automatically arbitrage between the pools that are on it. So we don't need to worry about our token prices on our DEX being, one liquidity pool being way higher than the other one. So this Omnipool automatically balances that. Hence, I guess the name, hence balancer. So that helps us out for our intra-chain liquidity. But for the other tokens that are not hosted with us, um, we're going to have an auto router. So this is essentially like the Rubik's or the Rangos or um, any other
Synapse
DEX,
protocols. Yeah.
Synapse, any other DEX aggregator that's out there. We're going to be a DEX aggregator and a DEX. So these projects to take advantage of us, they don't actually have to host liquidity with us. We're not sectioning off the entire market and saying that you can only use our technology if you host liquidity with us. We want this to be as accessible as possible for the entire DeFi space and I guess the entire Web3 space. And
Yeah.
so with that, we're going to be able to bridge, let's say, like uh, Sphere on Polygon to oh geez, what's a token on Phantom? Um, using as an example,
Phantom.
Phantom on Phantom. Yeah, yeah, Phantom on Phantom. Really, any token to any token is what we're going to be
Yeah.
capable of doing, and we're very very excited about this.
I can tell you now, I hate going to Synapse and bridging from Polygon, no, from ETH to Polygon for USDC, and it charges me $35, just flat rate, no
Mm-hmm.
matter what I'm doing. And it's just like, if you're doing $100, that's terrible. If you're doing 10 grand, different story. But again, $35 is $35. Like, that's a bunch of hamburgers, a bunch of French fries, and probably a case or two of beer. Like 35,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money to pay for just bridging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it really doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't,
Yeah.
and that's what we at CryptoLink are really attacking is that bridging right now is inaccessible for the common user who doesn't have these just tens of thousands of dollars to bridge, or I mean,
Mm,
if you got a couple grand, you got to plan it out, like you got to get all the money together and then decide, okay, well, or do I really want to send this? Do I want to bridge? And then chances are you might get
yeah.
scared because is it actually going to show up? And
Yeah.
we don't want to have that problem. And so that's really why CryptoLink came to be, is that we're the ones that are solving this problem. And we don't want
Mm.
to have it. So we decided to create a project to solve it.
Are you guys all full time doing this? I mean, is this your full time job? Do you have another job?
Yeah, yeah. So we are not full time, but we are
Sorry, more of a
working.
personal thing, but yeah,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
into
No,
the
it's
the
all good,
detail of
man.
who
All
you guys
good.
are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I guess I probably should have let off with this one, but um,
No, you're fine. I should have asked it earlier, but I figured all the other nitty gritty details were done, so it'd be a bit more of a, hey, let's talk about Cletus and the whole crew over there.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. So this project, CryptoLink, it was started a little bit. It was started in February, but the idea came to Atlas. Atlas is our founder and lead dev. Came to him in the beginning of 2022 when he was seeing all these bridging exploits and bridging problems that the the markets had, that the DeFi space, it was really plaguing the DeFi space. And his thoughts were that I'm done with this. I can do better. So he created a white paper and sent it out to a few of the team members, and they said, okay, well, let's do it. And that's when Printer Financial itself, which is what we were called before, that's when Printer
Yeah,
Financial
yeah,
was born. And I joined the team a little bit later on. I joined the team around a month after launch. I started out as an active community member. Uh, got into what we now call the ambassador program, where active and engaged community members can help the project grow by just, I guess assisting for either helping market, helping get AMAs, for general general strategy where the team would ask, hey guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about going to these different chains, or give your input on this? So ambassadors are more like our special our special group where we share some, we we discuss more with our ambassadors, and they're the most active community members. So I became an ambassador, and then kind of rose up through that for to be at the head of partnerships and community, and then found myself in the COO spot uh, several months ago. So it's been very organic for me, at least. Outside of CryptoLink, what I do is I'm an electrical engineer by trade. I've got a bachelor's and a master's degree in electrical engineering um, from a University of Michigan. And what I
yeah.
do
Nice.
is I design substations for the grid. So I do, I guess, whenever a substation is, whenever there needs to be some type of repair for it, my team will go in and design the engineering behind that and fix that. And I also do financial estimates for renewables projects around the United States and around the world too. So that's my outside of crypto type deal. More my home life. I've got two black labs that I raise. They're great boys, and love to play golf and chess. So
Hey,
that's a bit
golf.
about me.
What a
Yes,
sport.
absolutely love it,
I
man.
just started playing. I just started playing the last, probably give or take 8 months ago ish. And it's an interesting
Yeah.
sport. It gets fun the better you get at it. But when I first started, man, it was horrendous. As I'm
Hmm.
sure you were too when you started.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I had this baseball swing, and if anyone who plays golf and know baseball swing, it's you hit the ball and it slices to the right every single time. It's like you hit it is
Yeah,
bananas to the right, bananas to the right. You go, what's going on? And
I I had this like weird ice hockey slice sort of like a thing. And so, like again, the same thing as you. It would just, I'd hit it and it would swing and slice so far to the right, it wasn't even funny.
Mhm.
So I can, yeah, man, I can feel the pain.
Yeah, yeah. And to speak a bit more about our team, I guess, is that uh, I went through Atlas and me, and there's also our team members. We got 7 people on the team. So me, Atlas,
Nice.
Wally is our VP of operations. Drew, he does our front end development and financials. We have Pista, who is our legal guy. Orion does website design, and we have Hash and Diza, who are active community mods who are there as well. So we
Nice.
have a pretty big team, but I guess it's not big, but for a DeFi project, it's around average size, I guess, and we all kind of have
Yeah.
our own areas of expertise that we do, and to make this dream a reality here, to keep on building.
Yeah. 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 No, that is the goal. Is there anything else you want to bring up before I hit you with the classic DeBorn rapid fire questions?
Uh, well, does the audience have any questions?
those are the next people I was going to go to.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't want to
if anybody wants
ask
to
your
come on
questions
stage,
beforehand.
no. If anyone wants to come on stage, raise a hand or type in chat. I'll give you about 20 seconds. If we don't see anything, we'll get to the rapid fire questions. I'll be honest, Cletus, I took inspiration from you and Arsh a little while ago, and I've been starting to do them here. And honestly, people love them. So I've just been, yeah, thank you. And I've just been doing them so far, and they've been great.
I can't take credit for it. I'm gonna tell you to thank the Cardinal House for that one. Because I got the idea from Zach at the Cardinal House, so I see him in the audience right now.
Oh,
So he's
yeah.
I wouldn't want to take credit for it, especially if he's in the audience and he could see me take credit for it. So, but yeah, I'm ready
Nice.
for him.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you Jojo. Zach, could you invite Jojo? Jojo's trying to join, but apparently the link isn't working. I'm going to send him another one, but you try and send him one and see if that works. There we go. Sent him another one. Jojo might come join the party. Like that.
Speaking
Okay.
of party, we are having an NFT launch party on November 6th at the time or the date of our launch. That's going to be in the Cardinal House Discord.
Nice.
So they got a lot
Cardinal
of
House
fun and
Discord.
games going on in there. Hmm.
Yeah. You'll probably see me there, to be honest. I've been hanging around there more lately. I just got my Cardinal House Crew Pass. Got a lifetime one for the pre-search grant, so I'm chilling. It's a
Oh,
great little
fantastic.
community down there. Yeah. I'll give Jojo another 30 seconds, and I can ask these questions. I don't know where it looks like he's gone offline. I don't know where he's gone. Get these questions up. Come on, Jojo. Yeah, I don't think he's coming. So, to start the questions off, let's go NHL or MLB.
MLB.
Wait, where are you located at the moment? This is a very important question.
I'm in the Midwest.
Okay. So you're not okay. So you're not near Michigan anymore.
Well,
That's
yeah,
sad.
no, I am in Michigan. I am in Michigan. So I'm in Midwest Michigan,
Wait,
United
mid.
States.
Oh shit, sorry. Wrong
I,
side.
no worries,
Wrong
no
side.
worries. But yeah. So
uh,
MLB because I like to when I was growing up, I loved to play baseball and I followed the MLB the
mm,
most. But if we're talking about playing like Xbox or like any of those types of games, NHL on Xbox, NHL 2006.
yeah,
Bring it back, bring it back.
I played the old 12 and 11 with my mates NHL. Nothing beats it, man. Honestly, legendary games. Next one. NFL or NBA?
NFL.
Coffee or tea?
T.
Morning or evening person?
Evening for sure.
Winter or summer?
Summer. If I could have it always be summer, I
Skiing?
would.
Skiing or surfing?
Hmm. Is that only for like winter sports or
No,
skiing
like
like water
surfing on like the
skiing?
ocean. Oh, yeah, I'm talking snow skiing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh, skiing.
Okay. Cars or motorcycles?
Cars.
Okay. Lamborghini versus Ferrari.
Lambo 100%. When Lambo, right? That's what all the crypto guys say.
Yeah. Okay. Ron Burgundy versus The Hangover. This is a serious one.
Oh, geez. That's tough. We go with Ron Burgundy for sure. Like I honestly,
Okay.
the more I think about it, or Ron Burgundy, there's so many quotes from that are just fantastic.
Yeah. Top Gun versus the new Mission Impossible.
Top Gun.
Okay. And that concludes it. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about you, Cletus. I'll be honest. These questions, and as I'm sure the community can attest to it, you learn a lot of people from these rapid fire questions. So thank you for partaking in the little survey. Not that we keep track, but Craigbot's listening. So no, it's good. It's good to hear. It's good to hear everyone's input. Oh, favorite cereal. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. What favorite cereal, Cletus? What is it?
Captain Crunch.
I
Yeah.
I gotta applaud him for that. Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Love
That's
Captain
good stuff.
Crunch. I haven't had cereal in a long time, but if I were to have cereal, it would for sure be Captain Crunch.
Oh yeah. But other than that, I think that really concludes it. I mean, if anybody's got any more questions, feel free to drop them in general chat. But I mean, if you don't have anything else on your end, Cletus, I think that might conclude us. Again, I've really appreciated having you guys here. It's good to sort of reconvene and talk, especially with all the cool new ideas you guys are bringing to the table. It's really good to talk a bit of DeFi.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And thank you for having me up here. It's been a pleasure. For everyone in the audience, for our links to our site, I'm dropping those right now in the general chat. So you can check
Perfect.
out cryptolink.tech. That's our new site. So like if you knew us from before, Printer Financial, we've been rebranded to CryptoLink. We've got our YouTube page in there where Wally has been instrumental in building that out. Twitter, we're on Instagram as well. Catch us on Spotify for the cross-chain chats. We're having one coming up this Saturday,
Hey.
where we're going to be having on DeBorn and the 100 Days Mod team to discuss their story. So that's going to be very, very interesting and a really good one. And then lastly, that last link that we got there is for the service that we offer, Trustless Bridging as a service. You can click that link to learn more about us. Essentially, we can bring your token cross-chain. I know I didn't cover too much about that today because I wanted to focus more on the cross-chain DEX and the NFT
Yeah.
announcement. But yeah,
Well
we got a
said.
lot going on and a lot more to come. So again, man, thank you for having me up here. It's been a pleasure, and thanks to the audience for taking the time to stop by. It's been great.
Yeah. No, everyone make sure to go check them out. Make sure to keep an eye on their mint in the next few days on the 6th. And we'll keep you guys updated. And I look forward to doing one of these in the future again. So with
Absolutely,
that said,
absolutely, man.
thank you, Cletus.
Yep. Thank you. Yep.
Awesome.
Take care.
Oh, well, you guys have a good rest of your day, and we'll talk to you all soon on a upcoming AMA. Thanks, guys.